I grew up here in New Minas, and my parents split up when I was pretty young, and they both had pretty different views on Christianity, so bouncing back and forth between the houses was kind of confusing, and I moved around a lot. I never really felt like I had one consistent thing in my life. Yeah.
One of my friends, Maya, I grew up with her all through elementary school. She moved away during middle school, and that was pretty hard. I first came to youth group when a couple of my friends and just people that I knew invited me. Everyone just seemed so comfortable, and especially during worship, you could just tell that they belonged, and that was something I was always looking for. I started praying on my own. I think it was around June or July of that year, 2 years ago, that I told the Lord that I was ready to follow him.
And I was gone up until my grade 9 year. I reconnected again with one of my best friends, Ava, and through that she invited me to Solid Rock Youth.
I just felt like I had to invite her to youth group because I just wanted her to know the kind of love that I was experiencing. She deserved to, and everyone does, and it was just so important to me, and she was important to me.
And I was really open to it because I had just felt so beaten to the ground from everything else that I just really needed something to change. And I'm so glad that I did, because during worship, one of the songs called Firm Foundation, rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on you. I had never had anything consistent in my life and like strong that I felt like I could really believe in. So it was during that for the first time ever, like I really felt the Holy Spirit, and he was just speaking to me, telling me that like he is like the rock that I can stand on. So I just told him like, okay, I'm ready and I'm open and I'm ready to follow you.
If you want to start inviting people into these Christian spaces like Alpha and your youth group, your church, I think it's just important to keep in mind the power of prayer, because I know that's just such an extreme part of that process. Just ask God for the courage to do so, and just the opportunities, because that's a big part of it. You never really know when you're going to be able to.
If you feel like your story is not big enough for somebody else, like it's big enough for someone. And just being able to say that you have a relationship with God, no matter how you got there, is gonna be a really big thing that could impact so many other people.
2 years after I first encountered him, I'm just in this position where I get to be sharing with so many people here, and I just think it's so crazy what God can do if you just trust in him.